Once upon a time, in the ancient hills that are now part of Shillong, there lived a sorcerer whose powers were known across the land. His name was never spoken aloud, as people feared his magic, which was so great that he could transform himself into any living being. From the fiercest tiger to the smallest insect, he could take any form he desired. Despite his dark reputation, the sorcerer was a frequent ally of the king, lending his powers to strengthen the kingdom and protect it from threats. With a mere wave of his golden staff, he could summon storms, bring rain to dry fields, or ward off enemies. The sorcerer's staff was no ordinary object, it glimmered with a golden sheen and was said to be the source of his strength. Legends whispered that this staff was enchanted, forged in a realm beyond human reach, and bestowed with magic that only the sorcerer could control. This golden staff not only amplified his powers but also bound him to the mortal world, anchoring his spirit and magic. Over time, the sorcerer grew close to the royal family, earning both respect and suspicion among the king's court. But one day, his heart became entangled in something beyond magic, love. He had fallen for the king's daughter, the beautiful princess, whose kindness and grace had captured his heart. Yet, the king was wary. He knew the sorcerer's true nature, sensing the darkness that lay beneath his powers. Refusing to let his daughter marry a man of such questionable character, the king denied the sorcerer's request. The rejection sent the sorcerer into a rage. He vowed that if he could not have the princess willingly, he would take her by force. One moonless night, he cloaked himself in shadow and slipped into the palace. Using his magic, he cast a spell of silence, ensuring that no guard would hear him as he carried the princess away from her chambers. But before he could vanish entirely, a watchful attendant spotted him fleeing with the princess in his arms and sounded the alarm. The king and his guards mounted a swift pursuit, racing through the dark forests in a desperate attempt to catch the sorcerer. They tracked him over rocky hills and dense forests, their torches illuminating the way. The sorcerer, seeing no escape, realized that he would have to rely on his magic to elude them. Just as they were closing in, he raised his golden staff one last time, muttering an incantation, and transformed himself into a tiny fly. In the rush and confusion, the sorcerer dropped his golden staff, which fell to the earth with a muted clang. The guards retrieved the princess, but as they looked around for the sorcerer, he was nowhere to be found. Unaware of his transformation, they thought he had simply vanished. When the king was finally reunited with his daughter, he ordered his men to search the area for any trace of the sorcerer. It was then that they found the golden staff lying abandoned on the ground. Knowing the danger it held and fearing that the sorcerer might return to reclaim it, the king decided that the staff must be hidden where no one could find it. He ordered his men to bury it deep within the land that would in modern day become the Shillong Golf Course. The golden staff has remained hidden there ever since, its location unknown to this day. Some say that on quiet evenings, when the mist settles over the golf course, you can feel an unusual energy, as if the staff's magic still lingers beneath the earth. Others claim that the sorcerer himself, trapped in the form of a fly, still roams the hills, endlessly searching for his lost staff, hoping to regain the powers that made him the most feared sorcerer of his time. Many have tried to find the staff, lured by promises of magic and power. Yet, none have succeeded. The staff's hiding place is known only to the spirits of the land who guard it. And so, the golden staff remains a hidden relic, a mystery that keeps the Shillong Golf Course shrouded in legend, as golfers and visitors unknowingly walk above a piece of ancient magic buried deep in the soil. Some say, however, that this is just a tale spun by parents to satisfy their children's curious questions about the sand bunkers. When little ones ask why the ground dips and rises in such strange ways, or why patches of sand lie hidden within the green fields, parents smile knowingly and tell them the story of the sorcerer and his lost staff. They explain that the sand bunkers are the evidence of people digging and searching for the staff, remnants of their attempts to unearth the ancient magic hidden beneath the earth. And so, children leave with wide eyes, looking over their shoulders for any trace of a shimmering staff or a buzzing fly. The adults, meanwhile, chuckle softly, satisfied that another generation will hold on to the legend of the Shillong Golf Course and the hidden magic resting quietly beneath its lush green surface.